welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Rashayla, but you can call me Shay. And in this video, I'm going to talk about tattoos. Now, I may look all innocent and whatnot, and you know, I'm definitely not tatted, but I definitely have enough tattoos where I could do a little tattoo tour video. So, let's get right into it. First things first, we'll talk about the artist. My tattoo artist, I only have one tattoo artist. His name is Corey Bear. I'm going to leave his Instagram somewhere up here for you guys to go check out his work. But he's the only person who has tattooed me. I haven't gotten a tattoo by anyone else. I don't plan on getting a tattoo by anybody else. My experience with him, overall, great experience with him. Personally, I do know him. He is a friend from school. I've known him for a couple of years. So he just makes the experience more enjoyable. You know, you're having fun when you're getting a tattoo with him. There's never a dull moment when getting tattooed, and it just makes the time just kind of fly, you know? On a professional level, also great in that field. He makes sure he's stocked up on all of his, you know, supplies. He listens to what you want. What you want is what you're going to get. He's going to make sure of it. To me, his tattooing is just fine. He's light-handed to me. I know some people have bad experiences with other people. They might be a little heavy-handed with, you know, their tattoos. But with Corey, he's A-okay. I'm totally cool with getting tattoos by him. So, again, that is my one and only tattoo artist. I don't go anywhere else. He is located in the Frankfurt, Selbyville, Dagsboro area. So if you are local and you want to check him out, I will leave again his Instagram either on the screen somewhere, or I'll leave his Instagram down in the description box below. But let's get talking about some tattoos. Now, I know people always have that thought of, do tattoos hurt? I mean, they definitely have some sort of pain going on with them. For some people, I mean, they can tolerate more pain than others. So I guess it really depends on where you're actually getting the tattoo placed and how big it is, how small it is, you know, what size needle they have to use. Certain size needles will hurt a lot more than others, and I have definitely experienced different sizes. All of my tattoos, you know, they're not all the same size, so there were definitely ones that were a lot painful than others. But I'm going to go right on into talking about my first tattoo. First off, I started getting tattoos. I think I had just turned 24, so I got two tattoos at the same time. Those were my first tattoos, and I got it for like after my birthday. So I had just turned 24. I'm 28 now, so I've been getting tattooed for some years. I haven't been back recent. It has been a year, so I'm definitely ready to get some more tattoos on this body. I would say, of course, I had no idea what the pain would be. These were my first tattoos. Again, like I said, the experience with Corey, he makes you feel comfortable. You're gonna have a good time with him. He'll talk to you. There's music playing, so you just kind of feel at ease. I was nervous, but for some reason, my pain tolerance, I think, is high. So I'm gonna try to insert either a video clip of my tattoos, or I'll insert a photo of my tattoos if I have them. But the first tattoos that I got, the 1994, which is on my forearm. I got the sun tattoo, which is on like the upper portion of my arm. The sun is based off of like the Loteria cards. It has the number 46 in the corner of it. And then of course it has El Sol. And my 1994, of course, is the year that I was born. The font of it, I just kind of like that font. It was just edgy. It's just different. So those were my first two. Those were my first tattoos together. I got those two at the same time. The pain tolerance, I'm going to rate these tattoos 1 through 5 just to make it a little more simple. So it's not a big range. 5, of course, being, you know, painful, and 1 not painful at all. I would rate the sun tattoo, honestly, I'm gonna say like a 1.5. The sun tattoo wasn't that painful. I don't know if it's just because it's a little fattier right here or what, but it wasn't painful at all to me. Again, my pain tolerance is a little high, so I don't know. For others, that placement could be a lot more painful than mine. But for me, I'm going to give it a 1.5. I honestly would give it a 1, but I'll just say a 1.5 because there is pain behind it a little bit. But, yeah, the sun, easy peasy. Now, the 1994 obviously was tolerable because I have it, but it used a smaller needle because it is somewhat of a smaller font. The pain tolerance for it, I would give it about a 4. I would definitely give it about a 4. It wasn't, or 3.5. Maybe I'd do 3.5. It wasn't like top, like this is the most painful thing in the world, but it had a little spice to it. It definitely had a little spice to it. Those are the first ones that I got, so I kind of remember the order of that. The next ones I show, I'm just going to do randomly because I honestly don't remember the order of them, because after I got these 2 tattoos, I kind of got addicted to getting tattoos, and I would go every Sunday to Corey's place, and I was getting about 3 or 4 tattoos in one sitting. So I don't exactly remember the time frame of each tattoo. I'm just gonna, whichever one I see, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you, and I'm just gonna tell you the pain tolerance of each one, and we'll just go from there. So the next one I guess I'll talk about, she's a big one, is my hand tattoo. Now my hand tattoo, as you can see, it goes from these 2 fingers here. These tattoos on the side are totally different tattoos, but it starts from the 2 fingers here, and then it kind of wraps around the thumb, as you can see. But then it goes all the way down, and it curves, and it curves, and then it just kind of makes a little coil there. Now with the hand tattoo, kind of goes into my forearm. He actually free-handed it because I had a picture of a hand tattoo that I wanted that kind of went up on the forearm, but at the time I already had this tattoo, which I'll talk about a little bit later. I already had this tattoo, so it was kind of in the way, and I already had my 1994, so it was kind of in the way, and you know, I just let him kind of do what he wanted to do with the hand, which was fine. So that's kind of what he came up with. He just drew it on my hand first, and then he just went over it, obviously tattoo ink, and that's how that came out. And I really, really love it. I just love the detail. I love how it wraps around my hand. It's just so pretty. And he also put little dots. I don't know, don't mind my nails if you can see them, but he put, there are little dots right up like by the cuticle. I only had them on the index finger and, what is this? The middle finger, Jesus. I only have them there. And do I have it on my thumb? Yeah, I do have it on my thumb too. They're a little faded right now, but when did I get this tattoo? I've had this tattoo at least 3 years. Have I had it for about 3 years? I think it's been 3 years now. I think I got it in 2018. So yeah, it's been a couple years, and I haven't been back to get like anything retouched up or anything of the sort, so, but it's totally fine. The same day, I got my hand tattoo, and I also got this giraffe. Now, giraffes are my favorite animal. You can see it kind of has like, it's like half and half. Now, I saw this hanging on his wall, and just a coincidence, his favorite animal are giraffes as well, which is crazy. So he was tattooing me. He was tattooing my hand. I just looked up and I'm like, oh, I like that giraffe. I like giraffes too. And I just wanted to fill in the arm. And I wanted a giraffe tattoo. I just didn't know how I wanted it to look. Just saw that one up on his wall, and I was like, you know what? I like that. So one half is kind of like a geometric, just shapes. And then the other half is like is that what it's called? The mandala or something like that. I don't really know, but it's like a half and half, and I really love that idea. And I'm pretty sure, I think he drew this too. He drew a lot of his tattoos, free-handed. But yeah, this was hanging on his wall, and I was like, you know what? I need it. That's my favorite animal. I need that on my body. The meaning of the hand tattoo, there is no meaning behind the tattoo of the hand. I just let him do his own thing. And, you know, I was okay with that. He was happy. I was happy. We were good. The first two as well. The sun did have a meaning. I did end up getting a matching tattoo with my ex. He has the moon. And then I had the sun. But, you know, I'm not all about, I don't have to get it covered up or anything. It's totally fine. I got the sun. He has the moon. And then in 1994, of course, is the year I was born. The hand tattoo, the pain with the hand tattoo, not to sound crazy, but the hand tattoo, I'm honestly going to give it a 2.5. 2.5, maybe 3, but really 2.5. And you would think, okay, the hand tattoo is going to be the most painful. Again, like I told you before, my pain tolerance is pretty high. The hand tattoo did not bother me whatsoever. I was cool, calm, and collected the entire time. I was fine. You know, once the tattoo starts, it is a little painful. But then after a while, you're sitting there, it just kind of goes numb, and that's just kind of what happened. So after a while, I just didn't really feel anything. I will say, though, with the hand tattoo, the most painful part on the tattoo, definitely the dots on the cuticles, the worst. Anything finger-wise, the worst, okay? Those are the worst. Those are a 5 to me. And then this curved piece by my thumb, I don't know. That was a 5 as well. The overall experience of the tattoo, I'm going to give a 2.5, but those specific places were the worst. The fingers, with the dots, these little pieces here on the fingers, and this like curved area right here where the thumb is, the worst. Okay? Just a heads up. And the giraffe, same thing with the giraffe. I'm going to give it a 2. I'm going to give it a 2. Not that painful. I was okay with that tattoo. All right, let's move right along. Next one. Hopefully I don't miss any tattoos. We can count the tattoos at the end too, because I'm not for sure how many I actually have right now. But the next tattoo I'll talk about is my rose tattoo that I have here. I think this tattoo was actually the 3rd tattoo that I got after the first 2 that I had. I think this was the 3rd one. And this one actually did hurt. I will give this one at least a 3.5. I don't know what it was about this section of my forearm here, but this one definitely, it was a 3.5. She definitely was spicy. I just love it. I just love the leaf detail on it. I love the shading of it. It's perfect. Chef's kiss. There's no meaning behind it. I think it was just one of those things. Like I said, I was just going back. I wanted to fill up my arm. I want to have a sleeve. I don't have a full sleeve. I still have a lot of empty space on this arm. I just wanted a rose, and I just got a rose. So there is no meaning really behind it. Next one, I guess I'll just do the honey one that I have here. It says honey. I saw this on Pinterest, and it's the same font as what was on Pinterest. And I say honey a lot. I noticed that. I'll call anybody honey, or I'll be like hun, or something like that. And yeah, it does need a little touch up on the E. It did kind of, the top part did kind of come off a little bit, but that pain tolerance, I'd give that one, I'd give that one a 4. I'll just go ahead and give that one a 4 because it used a smaller needle. Smaller needles hurt the worst. And of course he had to use a smaller needle for that because it's just a tiny word. But I do love just the daintiness of it. It's just the line art of it. I just love it. Love it, love it. Okay, next one I'll talk about. I guess I'll talk about the ones that are on my hand. The smaller ones are on my hand. So I do have another rose here on my hand. At the time, roses were like my favorite flower. I did love them. They were just really cute. So again, just to fill in this empty space that I had after I got like the hand tattoo. I just wanted something here. No meaning behind it either. Like I said, it was just my favorite flower at the time. The pain tolerance for this, some of them I don't really remember too much about the paints. I'm gonna say a 1.5, because I really couldn't tell you. I don't even remember the pain tolerance for this. And I'd have one on my finger here that is supposed to be a Taurus, the Taurus sign. I feel like this one does need a little switcheroo, needs to be done a little differently, because it does look a little inappropriate. If you've seen it close up, it does look a little inappropriate, but it's supposed to be, there's the Taurus symbol because I am a Taurus, that I just put that on the pinky. Again, the pain tolerance for that, I'm just gonna say a 1.5, because honestly, it took him like a minute to put this on my pinky. So I did say finger tattoos are a little more painful, but I think more towards the like cuticle and like this top part here, a lot more painful than like under the knuckle. So I'm gonna move on now to the bull skull. I will insert some video or photo of each tattoo again, but my skull, I am in love with this tattoo. I also found this on Pinterest, and I just love it. I love the placement. I love the look of it. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. He shaded it just perfectly. He added the flowers to the top, because I don't remember if it had, I don't know if it had flowers like on the top or not. But he added just like little dainty flowers. I just want to see if you show you guys what it looks like a little close up. But he did add like the flowers up to the top, like where the horns are. Every time I just flip my arm over, I'm just like, this is so, so cute. The meaning behind this one, again, I'm a Taurus. Taurus are bulls. So it's just a bull skull, cow skull, whatever you wanted to call it. That's what it is. That's why I got it. The pain tolerance for this one. Now, there's certain sections of a tattoo that hurt, and then certain sections that didn't. So like more towards like the horn area, that didn't hurt until it got to the wrist here. It's a little thinner here, thin skin. So this definitely hurt a lot more than the rest of it. So this top part, I would at least give it like a 4. She was painful. And the rest, I'll give about a 2.5. Wasn't as painful as like the top here, but overall, love, love, love this tattoo. And right above that tattoo are a pair of eyes. If you can see them, I'm not really sure, but there are a pair of eyes. They're closed, and those are just the lashes. You have the brows, and then just like the nose. Again, the meaning behind this tattoo, there is really no meaning to the tattoo. Just simple, cute, dainty, my vibe. Again, wasn't very memorable, so I'm gonna say the pain tolerance for it was about a 1.5. Okay, and then right above it, it is a wreath or something, possibly. I'm just gonna call it that. In the inside, it says, "She is a queen, her soul is royalty." I mean, there wasn't really a meaning behind it. I just like the saying. I did find it on Pinterest. The pain tolerance for this, again, I'm gonna give it a 1.5, because it's crazy. I can't remember how any of these tattoos feel or how they felt at the time, because a lot of these tattoos I got, like I said, I would get 3 or 4 tattoos in one sitting. So once I got one tattoo, he would move on to the next tattoo, and I was still numb from the first one, that I was basically numb for like the next couple of tattoos. So I'm thinking that's why they're not that memorable as far as pain, because they weren't as painful to me at the time because I got multiple ones at the same time in the same area. So sorry if that's not helping, but again, like I said in the beginning, my pain tolerance is pretty high, so definitely going to be different for everybody else. So I'm just telling you how it felt for me. For you, it could be totally different. But let's move on to the next one. The next one is literally just these lines here at the top. They wrap around my arm. As you can see, they wrap all the way around, and no meaning at all to these tattoos. I just wanted something, to just kind of like cut it off, even though, you know, this elbow part actually cuts off, duh. But I just wanted something to just cut off from here, and then I was just going to start here. I was going to plan on putting like 2 more around here. I'm not going to get anything in this little pocket here of my elbow. I'm not about it. I'm not getting anything on my elbow. Not about it. I'll get something near it, but I'm not getting anything on it. The pain tolerance for it, first off, he did an amazing job with the lines because he free-handed the lines, and they are just, they're straight. They're straight as they need to be. And, you know, you really have to trust your artist to just freehand things on your body. You really have to trust the process, and I just trusted the process with my tattoos, and he did an amazing job. Honestly, I'm not just saying that because I know him. He's definitely worked hard to get to where he is right now. His work has progressed over the years. The pain tolerance for the 2 lines, I'm gonna give it a 3.5. It did hurt a smidge. Again, he did have to use somewhat of a smaller needle. The smaller needles for me are the worst. They do hurt a lot more. Let's see. Oh, forget this one. Now this one here says Big Sis on it. And I'm not going to say that I regret getting this tattoo. It's not that I regret getting the tattoo. I just wish I did it differently. My sister and I have the matching tattoos. So of course she has a little sis. And she actually got hers removed. Not removed, but she actually got hers covered up. She did have it on the top of her hand here. And she moved it like somewhere up on her forearm. And it's a lot bigger. We did find these on Pinterest as well, so the font is what was already on Pinterest, and I'm just not a fan of the font anymore. At the time, I loved it, and I loved the meaning behind it, obviously. I'm the big sis, she's the little sis, and we have matching tattoos. But I'm just not a fan of the font anymore, and once I go back to him, I just need to figure out what I could do to cover this up. What could I cover this up with? And just pick a different font and move it to a different area of my arm. I do love the meaning behind it. It's not that I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm just not a fan of the font. And it wasn't his fault. He didn't choose the font. He just, you know, copied whatever we gave him and he put it on our bodies. So this was all on me. I think I'm going to do either my own font or find something off a Canva or something and just print that off and just place it somewhere else on my body. The pain tolerance for this, again, wasn't as memorable, so I'm gonna say it was a 1.5, maybe a 2. Okay, so I think that's all the ones here on the lower part of my arm. Let me just double check. But yeah, I think I got them all. So now I'm going to move on up to the upper arm. Of course, I already showed you the sun that I got. That was my first tattoo. I have this woman here on my arm. She does take up most of the upper part of my arm. She has roses representing her natural hair, her afro. You get the gist of it. This part of the woman I actually saw on Pinterest, and it's a different hairstyle. It doesn't even include flowers or anything. It was just a straight, like, kind of crimpy hairstyle, which I actually really loved, but I just wanted to change the look of her and give her the fro, because if you know me, you know that I have natural hair, I have an afro, and I'm like, this will represent me more than the other one did with the straighter crimpy hair. So I just incorporated the flowers, so, you know, it just gave it a different look. And I am in love with how this came out. Her roses, her face, so cute. The shading is wonderful. Love, love, love. Pain tolerance for her, I'm gonna give it, guys, I feel like I'm rating these just crazily. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 for her. Of course, like I said, when the tattoo first starts, to me, when the tattoo first starts, it does have a little bite to it. But then after it's just continuously hitting the same area for a while, the whole area kind of goes numb. So then after a while, it didn't really hurt. And people say shading hurts. Shading doesn't hurt at all. To me, shading doesn't hurt at all. It's fine for me. No problem whatsoever. The actual tattooing part, again, I'm going to just give it a 3.5 because after it got started, you know, it kind of went numb and I was okay. Sat right through the whole thing. Easy speasy. Disclaimer, I don't use numbing cream. Never have. I don't need numbing cream for anything. And for my tattoos, I sit through the entire session. So I didn't stop, like my hand tattoo and the giraffe. As soon as he finished up, I think he did the giraffe first, or he drew on my hand first with marker. And I'm thinking he did the giraffe first, tattooed, and then he went straight into doing my hand. Like, there is no like stopping in between. Do you need a break? Do you need water? Do you need to breathe? Yada yada. I was cool. I'm cool. I don't have to get up. I don't have to do anything. I sit through my entire sessions. I don't use numbing cream. She is a real G. Okay. The next one on my upper arm is this one. It's two faces. And honestly, the meaning behind it, there is no meaning. Again, I just need to fill up this extra space that I have. I have a lot of extra space on my upper arm here. So I'm just trying to figure out different tattoos that could kind of fill it in a little bit. I don't want to just fill it up with anything, but yeah. So this was just a random piece that I saw, but I really love the detail of it. I love the two faces. This is something I saw off of Pinterest as well. I just thought it was really cool. Pain tolerance for this, I'm gonna give it 3. Wasn't bad at all. Just kind of in the middle. So yeah, there's that. And that completes the arm over here. I'll move on to this arm. There's only 2 on this arm, so not gonna take long at all. So the first one I have up here actually does have a meaning. And the first row, the top row, are the initials of my family. So first, my dad. It goes in order by age. So it's my dad's initial, my mom, me, and then my sister. And then under each initial, I have everyone's zodiac sign. So my dad's a Scorpio, my mom's a Virgo, I'm a Taurus, and my sister's an Aries. So I just love that. You know, just to have a little piece of family with me wherever. So I just love it because it's just simple, it's small. You know, you don't have to get someone's full name on your body unless you really want to, but this just includes my entire family, and I'm big into astrology, so I just love the idea of having the initial and then having the zodiac sign underneath. So yeah, pain tolerance for this, 1.5. 1.5. I'll just give it a 1.5. Not bad at all. Again, this is like a fattier area. Areas to me don't hurt at all. I can sit through these just fine. Right underneath is a scorpion and it's red. Now, I'm pretty sure he told me this was the first color tattoo that he did. If I'm not mistaken, maybe I'm wrong. But I think he said this was the first color tattoo that he did. And I was kind of into like the red tattoo look because I kept seeing people with red tattoos and I'm like, I love that look. So I wanted a scorpion because my rising sign is a Scorpio and then my dad's he's a Scorpio. So I said, let me just kind of get this for me and my dad. So I just got it in red, It is a little small. I like that it's small and dainty. I might, one thing about it, I might just get it touched up and just get it a little brighter. I think it's more of like a burgundy color. So I do definitely want it to be a little bit brighter. If you can do that for me, that would be perfect. But yeah, overall pain tolerance for this, I'm going to give a 2, 1.5, 2. Didn't really hurt. Again, it's more in like that fattier area. So didn't really hurt too much. He did use like a smaller needle, but when it comes to like these fattier areas, the smaller needle is okay. And that's it for that arm. I plan on filling this arm up soon and very soon, so I will definitely film another video with you know, any new additions to my body. But we're gonna move on now. I do have a couple more. So the one on the back of my neck, I will insert a photo or video of the one on the back of my neck, but it is a butterfly. And this butterfly has a lot of meaning to it. I will just say, I won't go into detail about the whole meaning of it because it is very personal, but it does represent a family member, and that is the way we represent this family member, is blue butterflies. So it's not blue, but I do have a butterfly on the back of my neck, and that's basically just to represent him. He is gone, he's passed. So yeah, my sister also has a butterfly. Hers is a little bit different than mine. Hers is, I think, on her upper arm. But yeah, we have that to represent our family member. So there's that one. The pain tolerance for that, okay. The back of the neck I thought was going to be okay, but for some reason, this sucker hurt like a mug. It was painful. Like, I was actually about to cry with this one, and I don't know why. And it was really like, once it got like to the outer portion of the wing, like on this side, the most painful. And I'm just so confused why it was so painful. I don't know. So the pain tolerance for that, I'm definitely going to give a 4.5 or a 5. A 5 for certain areas like this outer portion of the wing. The rest of it, a 4. All in good favor. Yeah. That's that with that. On to the next ones. That's all of what I have on the back area. I do plan on getting a back tattoo at some point. I don't think, nothing big, but I do want to fill in the back a little bit with something. Not really sure yet, but the butterfly tattoo is the one just for now. Sometimes I forget it is back there because I don't see it that often. That's the con of having like anything on your back. So I'm gonna move on to the next ones. Now the next ones are very small and dainty. I do love the small and dainty tattoos. I'm just gonna show the one. I'll probably insert a video. It is the earth element symbol. I am an earth sign. Again, I'm a Taurus. So I just wanted something there. Again, I see inspo pics on Pinterest, and I just love the look of it on the other girls. And I'm like, you know, what could I put here? I love incorporating anything like astrology or my zodiac sign. So the earth element symbol worked perfectly. The pain tolerance, I give it a 3 because there were certain areas. He did go over it a couple times. So, you know, once he already kind of went over it, and then he went over it again to kind of make sure it was filled in so, you know, the ink wouldn't fall. It was a little painful, but overall, I'm just going to give it a 3. It was just very neutral. Next one, I will show the little indent here of my neck tattoo. And it represents the number 21 in Roman numerals. 21 is my favorite number, and 21 is my birth date. So it being my birth date, it just automatically became my favorite number. So I I saw the girl on YouTube, Arnell. She has, I think it's 1017 she has on her neck, and it's in red. Now that would have been real cute. I just got it in black, but she has a red 1017, I think, on her, in this same placement here. And I was like, you know what? That goes hard. I like how that looks. So I said, you know what? I'm going to figure out something to put here. I just love that I used the Roman numerals and not the actual number, because I feel like the actual number just would have been a little off-putting. But when you see just a small dainty Roman numeral, it just looks a little more put together. Pain tolerance for this, I'm going to give it a 2, because honestly, I'm going to give it a 1. This did not hurt. This is, I was actually nervous about this one on my neck, but the ones on my neck, as far as like this one, not painful at all. And everyone asks, when they see this one, everyone asks, and they're like, oh, I'm sure that was painful. And I'm like, actually, no, it wasn't. It wasn't at all. Like, I didn't feel it. I was good. So, love that for me. But, again, anybody else might be a little different if your pain tolerance is pretty low. But, you go for it. You want that tattoo? You go for it. You'll sit for a tattoo. Trust me, you'll sit for a tattoo if you really, really want it. Alright, so winding down to the last couple of tattoos. I'll show this one here. I might just have to insert video of it unless you can see it. But it's a sequence 444. Again, like I said, I'm big into like astrology. I'm big into like angel numbers. And the number 4 just kind of resonates with me because that is my birth month. And I don't know. At the time that I got the tattoo, I just kept seeing that sequence, angel number 444. And the exact meaning of it, I feel like changes a lot. My angels are around. They're watching over me. They're surrounding me. Pain tolerance for this one, I will give it a 3.5. It was a little painful at the time, but nonetheless, it was something that I wanted, so I was gonna sit through it. The last couple of ones that I have Taurus going down this side of my neck, and of course the meaning of that is just obvious. I am a Taurus, and I just love the daintiness of it. It's just small. And then the last one of all of the tattoos, I have an R on the front of my ear. And of course that represents my initial. Rochela is my name. So, with this one, I don't regret getting this one, but I just wish the R was maybe a different font and just a tad bit smaller. But overall, I'm okay with it. It's totally, totally fine. But yeah, and the pain tolerance for the neck one here, I'm going to give it a 3. And for this one, I'm going to give it about a 2. I don't know. They really weren't that painful to me. I think those are all the tattoos that I currently have at the moment. I will do another video once I add more tattoos to the body. I definitely plan on going soon to go get something. I want to get something. I definitely want to finish this sleeve over here. I want to get started on this arm over here. Not sure if I want to do a full sleeve, half sleeve. I definitely want to get another hand tattoo on this side. I'm thinking too that I want to get like a hip tattoo. And then of course I want to get something on my back. So I will definitely, once I get those, I will update you guys on the new additions. But that is the end of this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will say that the price point of all the tattoos, I don't really remember the prices of these tattoos. They were just they were different. That's all I can say about that. I don't know the price point. I couldn't even tell you. But he's good people. He is good people. Again, I will leave his information in the description box down below. Definitely go check out his work, please. And if you're local or you're trying to get a first tattoo, anything of the sort, and you just want something more intimate and fun, definitely check him out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment. I don't know, what kind of emoji could we leave this time? We'll leave the blue butterfly, okay? So leave the blue butterfly emoji in the comments down below if you made it this far through the video. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. London just to hear how they talk. Back to 4-0, you should hear how they talk.